Top 10 Things You Didn't Know About Michael Jordan's The Last Dance. There is no denying that Michael Jordan is a global icon, so when his documentary, The Last Dance, was announced, fans worldwide eagerly anticipated its arrival. However, despite it being an incredible success so far, there is still a lot that most people don't know about the new DocuSeries. So today, we're going to be running down the top 10 things you didn't know about Michael Jordan's The Last Dance. But before we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notifications button so that you don't miss out on all of our latest content. Also, be sure to stay till the end because we're going to be saving the most shocking fact for last. Number 10. The Last Dance mainly focuses on the Bulls' 1997-98 season. Hardcore Michael Jordan supporters may wonder why the season primarily focuses on Jordan's 1997-1998 season, and the answer is pretty simple. It was absolutely iconic. According to current league commissioner Adam Silver, there were rumors that it was going to be Michael's last season, and the fact that MJ won his last title in 1998 makes the season all the more compelling. Therefore, it's no surprise that audiences worldwide absolutely love it. Number 9. The docuseries has been in the making for over 20 years. In order to record the amazing footage that is seen in the docuseries, NBA entertainment producer Andy Thompson had to get permission from both coach Phil Jackson and Bulls star Michael Jordan to roll the cameras during the team's locker room meetings and on-court huddles throughout the 1997-98 season. Jackson was not too difficult to convince and agreed to trade away some privacy so long as he could wave away the cameras from time to time. Jordan, on the other hand, only accepted on the condition that he had near complete control of how the footage was used, coming to an agreement that the recordings could only be used with the mutual consent of both Jordan and Thompson. It was this rather unlikely deal that allowed this docuseries to begin development at all. Number 8. It was difficult to find the right producer. Shockingly, even after all of Thompson's incredible film was recorded, it sat unused in a New Jersey library for almost 2 decades. That's not to say that several producers had not tried to get their hands on the tapes. Yet, even the likes of Frank Marshall, Spike Lee, and Danny DeVito had their pitches rejected. However, once Netflix began to surge in popularity and the docuseries such as Making a Murderer began to gain traction, producer Michael Tollans saw his opportunity. Pitching to Jordan's business partners in February of 2016 and to Jordan himself in June of that same year, he was the man who finally convinced Jordan's camp to release the coveted tapes. Number 7. The Last Dance is not Tollans' first sports documentary. Although many of you may not know who Michael Tollans is, you have likely watched some of his previous works, with his most notable sports flicks including Coach Carter, Varsity Blues, Kareem, Minority of One, and Iverson. Tollans is about as experienced as it gets. In fact, Jordan remarked that he had watched Iverson 3 times and that it made him cry. Thus, after learning that Tollans had produced Iverson, MJ quickly agreed to allow Tollans to start production for The Last Dance. Number 6. The reason why the series is called The Last Dance is quite interesting. While many casual observers may find it odd that the producers decided to entitle the series The Last Dance, MJ let the reason for the title slip on an interview with Good Morning America a few days before the show's launch. In the words of MJ himself, at the beginning of the season, Bulls general manager Jerry Krause told Phil that he can go 82-0 and he would never get the chance to come back. So Phil started off the year saying, "This is the last dance." And we played it that way. So mentally, it just kinda tugged at you through the course of the year, that this had to come to an end, but it also centered our focus to making sure we ended it right. So as sad as it sounded at the beginning of the year, we tried to rejoice and enjoy the year and finish it off the right way. Number 5. The Last Dance was supposed to air much later. Although the docuseries debuted on April 19, 2020, it was not supposed to hit the airwaves until either late May or early June. This was because the plan was to air at the same time as the NBA playoffs, which, considering what the docuseries is all about, would have been fitting. However, with the NBA season suspended indefinitely and millions at home in front of their televisions, it's no surprise that MJ opted to air the show early. Number 4. The DocuSeries has been a massive success. While most people expected The Last Dance to do well, it has surpassed even the most optimistic expectations. With a 9.5 to 10 rating from IMDb and a 97% from Rotten Tomatoes, it ranks as not only a great docuseries, but one of the best sports films of all time. When you consider that the producers were forced to air The Last Dance more than a month early, this feat becomes truly impressive. Number 3. The Last Dance compresses 500 hours of footage into 10 episodes. Rather than sticking to only an episode or two, Tollans and company decided to make The Last Dance truly spectacular by making it a series of 10 one-hour-long episodes. Although this was a rather unorthodox decision, this allowed a greater portion of the 500+ hours of footage originally captured by Thompson to be used. While many were skeptical of this decision to make the documentary longer rather than shorter, it definitely seems to have worked well. Number 2. There are 2 versions of The Last Dance. In order to accommodate for families, ESPN has decided to air 2 versions of The Last Dance. The first, which appears on ESPN, does not edit out any of the swear words used in the tapes, while on ESPN2, viewers can watch an edited version that bleeps out all profanities. An attempt to allow people of all ages to watch the documentary, families worldwide are undoubtedly thankful for this revised edition. Number 1. The Last Dance is not running on schedule. As of May 5th, 2020, the entire documentary has not yet been completed. Although there are only 4 episodes left to air, the team has been scrambling to finish the series in time, as originally it had not been supposed to air until late May or early June. Although this has us wondering if anything important was left out as a result, the show's stellar reviews suggest that the quality hasn't suffered one bit. That's all we have for you today, folks, and thank you all for watching. Let us know in the comments below what you think about The Last Dance. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on all of our latest content.